What's happening, collective? This is Karen with 2020 High Priestess. I hope that you all are standing strong and bright, like the light that you are. Let that light shine. Let that light shine. I'm here to do another reading for you. Please only take what resonates and leave the rest. Thank you for all of your likes, your subscriptions to the channel, and your contributions to the channel. They and you are much appreciated. I've already said a prayer to cover us, and with that, I'm going to start. I wanted to say that earlier today I channeled a question, and so that's what this reading is going to be about. And the question is, why do we focus on the mundane when we're divinely gifted spiritual beings? And to elaborate a little bit on that, being divinely spiritual gifted beings means that we are spirits having a human experience. We're not humans having a spiritual experience. We are spirits engulfing a physical body to have a physical 3D experience. But our spirit is expansive, and it's not only in our body, it's in the spiritual realms as well. So if we are spirit, then why don't we work more with spirit versus working and accepting what is in the mundane world, the 3D world? For example, I have a body, and around my body, there are limitations. But in the spiritual world, I can overcome certain limitations. I'm not restricted to the strength of my body. I have spiritual power, all right? And now whether I can use my spiritual power to help improve my physical body, of course I can. Now, will it be to the extent that I want, when I want? Maybe yes, maybe no. But you can always go into spirit, into the 5D and above, and work on whatever it is you need to improve here in the 3D versus thinking that because you dedicate yourself to something and you work really hard every day for it and you do all of the things that society says you should do, and you get no thanks for that. You get no gratification. You don't get what you want. Well, maybe I'm suggesting is perhaps because we're looking at what the spiritual rules, what the physical rules of this reality are, and what they're telling us that we need to do, which is not true. What's true is that our power manifests and stays in the spiritual. And when we are really going to be focused in the spiritual realm, doing our spiritual work, doing our spiritual protection, manifesting spiritually, when we do that, that's when we are able to affect the physicality, the 3D world. Okay? Sometimes it's quick, sometimes it's not. But it's very effective. And it's logically speaking the way that things should be done to get the biggest bang for the buck. Because we're spirits. We're not physical. We're not limited to our physical bodies. So enough said with that. I hope I didn't do too much of a tirade. I want to do a reading on that. So Spirit, please advise, why do we focus on the mundane when we are divinely gifted spiritual beings? And the card that came out is West Bear, growth, physical, water, evening, fall, second quarter, moon, adult, mid-age, black, September the 3rd through December 21st, which is the period we're in right now, September 23rd through December 21st. And the season is fall, when certain things have come to fruition and the harvest is coming in, is what I get out of that. And water is water exists in several states. It could be frozen, which is solid, which is the 3D. It could be frozen, so a solid, liquid, which is where it flows, and where it flows, the liquidity, I believe, is related to the mental, if I'm not mistaken. And then it could be gaseous, which is related to the spiritual world. So when it's frozen, it's very cool and it's not moving very fast. That's akin to this physical body. It's like our bodies are frozen because we're solid, as it at least appears to be solid. Technically, we're not solid. We're just a bunch of atoms closely stuck together. But technically, this frozen part would be like kind of like our bodies. The liquid would be the flow, the ability to flow mentally in the mental realm. And the gas would be the spiritual realm. So I'm not sure exactly what that means in relation to our focus, but let me keep going. I know that it says moon in this card, and moon has to do with hidden things that we don't see. And certainly when we're working in the spiritual realms in 5D and above, it's not like you can actually see it like you can see my hand, or like you can see this crystal. It hasn't manifest into the 3D yet, so it's unseen, like the things that the moon represents. And then we have the cards jealousy and envy, and your intuition is your secret power, superpower. Use it. So it's saying your intuition is your secret superpower. Use it to focus. Use it. So I think what they're saying is that we're distracted on our day-to-day basis. We're distracted by the things that we think we should be doing in the physical world, by the phones and the messages and the pings and the TVs and the shows and the TikToks and all of that. There's a great deal of information coming at us every day to keep us away from focusing and listening to our intuition, which is our secret weapon. So if I had to say one thing, what I'm getting out of this is that the reason that we don't focus on the 3D and manifest is, one, because we're not taught to, and two, because the powers that be do everything that they can to keep us away from focusing on those things, because that's where our true power lies, to keep us focused on anything but our intuition. Because when we start to really trust and listen to our intuition, that's when we start to manifest and work in the spirit realm powerfully. Now, I'm going to do a burn and decree card. Spirit, what is it that we need to let go of, what we need to release in order to be more powerful and focused? All sexual, physical, emotional, and spiritual cord attachments to all past sexual partners, both consensual and non-consensual, and the Jezebel spirit attached to those encounters are destroyed in spirit and in flesh. This is the card. And with this deck, what you do is you write it down on a piece of paper, this declaration. You write, I declare and decree that, and then write this. And then you, I sign it, and I fold it away from me 3 times, and then I burn that paper and release it to spirit for my guides in spirit to work on for me. So sexual, physical sexual cords, they have a lot to do with why we stay bound to the physical and not pay attention to the spiritual as well. Maybe we're getting too base in terms of our sexual behavior. There's a way that you can cultivate your sexual energy so that it rises and that it is in a spiritual manner. And there's a way that you can lower your sexual energy such that it becomes very base and doesn't do much spiritually for you. So that's just what's coming to mind with that card. Spirit, Archangel Michael, please advise on this reading. What is it that you have to say? And I have 3 cards come out. Prayer will help. Prayer will help this situation. You're on the right path, and it's time to leave this unhealthy situation. So if we are, or if the collective and any one of us is in heavily involved or corded to the physicality in one way or another, we could do a cord cutting or have someone do a cord cutting for us. We could seek to break away from any distractions or devote a specific amount of time to practice a devotion that will elevate us spiritually and that will help us to manifest and work more with our guides, with God, with our protectors, our angels. That's really important, because when we strengthen the allies in the spiritual world, they could be fairy allies here in this earth. There could be thunder beings. There could be angels, archangels that we want to connect and get closer to and be able to hear more clearly. All of those things are things that will allow us to get closer to our divinity and work more closely in manifesting from spirit to the mundane. Just know that everything is created first in spirit, and then it comes down to the physicality. The physicality, the 3D, is a very small part of what is really going on around us. We don't see half of what, not even, I don't even think we see a third of what is really actually happening in the world that we live in, because we're limited. Just like dogs cannot see certain colors, we cannot see a good amount of the information and the things that are happening around us. So it behooves us to become more sensitive and open to spirit and to the workings of how spirit works and how we can work with spirit to manifest a better life, to manifest a better world, to manifest more protection, more boundaries, more understanding, more wisdom. So that's what this is all about. The focus needs to be shifted as much as we can, and it doesn't have to happen all at one time. You can start small. You can start by dedicating yourself to a specific practice. It could be yoga. It could be meditation. It could be just going to the park one day a week and sitting on the ground and grounding yourself and enjoying the fresh air and the trees and nature. Letting nature heal you, letting nature support you. It could be something very simple. It could be you sitting on your porch at sunset and watching the sun go down. It could start very small, but sometimes the small things in life they make the biggest differences. So that's what I'm getting about this reading. Now let me see, is there anything else? I want to do a message from the Archangel Oracle cards about this reading. I'll get a quick read on what they have to say. Please advise, why do we focus on the mundane when we are divinely gifted and spiritual beings? Well, they want to say a lot, and it's a lot. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on all of it, but the cards that came out are Clairaudience, Archangel Zachiel. Notice the loving guidance you hear inside your mind or from other people. Counselor, you are a natural counselor, and many people benefit from your guidance and reassurance. Indigo and crystal children, Archangel Metatron, you have a bond with children. In particular, you can help children who are sensitive. Career transition, Archangel Shamuel, your life purpose is triggering a blessed career change and courage. Archangel Ariel, be courageous and stand up for your beliefs. So those are the messages from this deck. And lastly, I'm going to pull from a crystal grid deck so that if you want to do a grid to support you, I'm going to let you know what crystals to use, what grid they suggest from this deck to support us with focusing more in the spirit and creating from there. And it says insight, and I'm going to read about this. This is what the card looks like. And the main crystal in here is Iolite, I-O-L-I-T-E. And it's card number 11, which is awareness, opening to new awarenesses. Card 11. Insight, re-energizing, expression, Iolite and quartz. Iolite is a stone of spiritual insight. Do you have a particular problem you need to shed some light on, or are you in need of assistance in focusing on what you need in your life? Whatever the issue, Iolite is a beautiful stone to work with. It is an excellent aid for shamanic journeying or meditating to help you visualize and then allowing you to understand what you see. When we meditate or journey, we sometimes feel we are making it up, and then our logical mind steps in. Trust is key here in having a visual journey. It's a good practice to start with recorded meditations, journeys that help you to visualize what you need. One key, if you are doing any shamanic journeying, is that if you visualize yourself looking out of your own eyes in your visualization, you are journeying. If you're looking at an image of yourself going about doing things in your visualization, this is normally you creating it. If you can realize this, try to bring your awareness into your body and see through your own eyes to journey. But remember, you can't ever do it wrong. Just go with the flow and be gentle on yourself. You can learn so much from the images you see. When you get back, write down what you have seen. As you write it down, it usually becomes very apparent what it all means. Follow what your inner guidance is telling you, even if you think the situation is insurmountable. Give yourself the time to work with this grid and allow other possibilities to be shown to you. So I'm getting that I'm going to do a really short guided meditation for everyone right now. So that you can get an idea of what she's talking about when she's talking about the guided meditation. So everyone, please just take a deep breath, if you will, if you want to participate in this. Through your nose, hold it for the count of 3, and then slowly release through your mouth. Do that again. Breathe in through your nose deeply. Let your stomach expand as you're breathing in. Hold for the count of 3. And release through your mouth. One more time. As you're breathing in all of the information you need to take you on this journey. And you're holding that breath inside so that it permeates your body to the count of 3. Now, release that breath and that information into the universe by breathing deeply through your mouth with a shh sound. And relax. Close your eyes and feel your energy. Feel how light your energy is. Now, I want you to see through your mind's eye, through your third eye, a door. It's a red door and it has a gold handle. And I want you to open that door, and behind that door, when you open it, you're going to go on a journey. And behind that door is something very special just for you. When you open it, you're going to see a guide. The guide is going to be in golden light. They won't look like a person, just a golden, shiny orb. And you're going to follow that orb down a road, up a mountain, to a stream in nature. It's a sunny day. The birds are chirping and you can see the squirrels. You can hear people laughing in the background and even see a kite flying in the air. And you're at peace. And this golden guide, this golden orb is showing you or bringing your attention to something very special in this environment. Now, what it is that it's showing you is only for you. And I want you to take a moment, and the first thing that comes to your mind, I want you to take it and see it as a gift from this golden orb, a gift from your spirit. And I want you to hold this gift in your hand. And it's not readily seen. It's like a box or a gift, and it's wrapped, and you're going to have to unwrap it and take it out of the box to see exactly what Spirit has for you. And when you do, I want you to thank Spirit for the gift, thank the guide for the gift. And now I want you to take the gift with you, and I want you to follow the golden orb back through the path that you came to get to this place, up the mountain, down the stream, through the valley, to your original starting place. And I want you to thank the orb, the guide, for guiding you to this gift. I want you to thank Spirit for guiding you to this gift. And I want you to acknowledge yourself for being willing to go on this journey. And say, okay, now I'm ready to come back into the 3D. And open your eyes. Now, I want you to write about what it is that special gift was that you received. And at times you can take that gift and go back to that place, or go to other places, travel other places in spirit with that gift. They're telling me that it's a gift of protection and guidance, a gift of intuition. And it's like a special amulet, but only from Spirit. And only you know what it is. Don't talk about it. Don't share it with other people. Just write about it in your journal and ask for greater insight as time goes on about how you can use this to support you in your spiritual journeys, in your manifesting from Spirit. And with that, I'm going to end this session. I'm going to ask you to like and subscribe again. It does the channel a world of good, and it also does your abundance great good to reciprocate. Thank you, and have a wonderful day, and I look to see you soon.